This is the Liberty Cry to call out and cry out the injustice of the Trump regime and what they have done in Minnesota. A few weeks ago, a shooting occurred during a normal protest against a few ICE agents and a couple of onlookers, a couple of shot callers to, well, not shot callers, ICE callers to protest against what they've been doing and everything else. Unfortunately, and resulted in a woman's death by the name of Renee Good. Unfortunately, she was a mother of children that no longer will have their mom, and happened to be gay to a partner who was gay. They were both gay. It is a shame that now we're in this, and unfortunately, this was not a shock. Everyone has been calling it out. Every independent media, every onlooker, every news media has been calling this, and including the governors of all the states, Democratic states, and not many Republicans, and a handful of Republicans, unfortunately, tried to call this. And unfortunately, the worst case scenario happened. What happened to Renee Good is a tragedy. Now that we had to deal with. But unfortunately, it didn't end with her death. It happened again this past weekend by the name of Alex Peretti. Alex Peretti was a VA caregiver who was doing his job, serving and helping our veterans, which was his job. And if you look at some of the videos he's done, that he was doing his job. He was doing what he was supposed to do. And unfortunately, we all see the video, and if you have seen it, I recommend watch it. It is hard. I will not put anything on this channel because of that, and I just can't. It's hard to watch. It is very hard to watch. So now we have to deal with the aftermath of this. With Alex Peretti's death, it is now without a bona fide fact. The previous shooting with the previous death was tragic and unlawful and absolutely condemnable. It is condemnable by every strength of that word. So now we have to deal with the consequences of it. But unfortunately, it looks like the Trump regime are not letting it happen. While they are saying that, their ICE are immune to that, which are giving them the absolute authority to do it again, which now they're probably going to, are now equivalent to the Gestapo. They are now, because of the previous death of Renee Good's death, was now bona fide, was now in league, in pretty much close or linked to the Gestapo. But now, after this, unfortunately, is the last straw. They are now the Gestapo. No matter how much he was doing his job, helping a woman who was pepper sprayed and pushed, he was doing his job. Now we found out that he was also licensed to carry a firearm, a permit to cover and concealment permit, meaning he had the right to bear arms, which the Second Amendment allows us to. And unfortunately, now we're starting to hear from a lot of pro Second Amendment activists, like, wait a minute, you can't do that. You can't call that out. He didn't have a gun. He didn't have it. And there was a law enforcement who said there was a gun, was removed, but unfortunately from the video we just saw with our own eyes that he was gunned down, that the gun was removed off the person, and unfortunately the other ICE officers shot like 9 to 10 rounds in him. 9 bullets to 10 bullets in him. It's sad. Now, this is not the country we all wanted. Now, to those who voted for Trump, unfortunately, it is one of those things of the biggest I told you so's. This is an I told you so, but I will say this. We are all in this together. We need to have a proper conversation. So now we have to deal with all this. Now, what is going on? Why is this happening? Unfortunately, Trump is trying to find an off-ramp, and but it was a blackmail that they wanted all their voting registries, all the voters, and all the sensitive information that Minnesota have. He can't do it. It's illegal. It's against the Constitution. Now, some might say, now, wait a minute, LC. He is already tearing down the Constitution, which he is, plowing down, bulldozing, and doing everything he can to undermine our Constitution. Well, unfortunately, the Constitution does not give him any of that right. Unfortunately, it is by us, the people, that will have to stop him. And there are a few Democrats, the Democrats have all joined saying, no, this is condemnable, this is ridiculous, and he needs to be stopped. There's only a handful of Republicans, shocker. But now, what do? Well, we have to join in with Minnesota. Some may go up there, and they have braved this bitter, cold, -0 degrees cold that we're in, and they are protesting absolutely feverishly, protesting peacefully, and no violence has been done, which is an irony if you read of all the things that they have been put out, the Trump regimes have been putting out, it is a lie. The irony of that is, look to January 6th. Look what happened on January 6th when we had the anniversary. People had guns. There was a violent mob. The insurrection had guns. So now we're at a Second Amendment talking point about it, that there has to be accountability, which this has to be accountability. There is no way around it. We need to stop this. So I hope you all watch, subscribe, and continue to support this channel. If you have, thank you for watching. If you're just watching, share this video, make a like, do whatever you want. And if you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. Now, I know some of my videos aren't very good. I'm not what you call very public-oriented speaker, but that's just that. I'm just a normal guy just doing a review, doing like a reaction to the news. I'm just reacting and letting my voice out. So I hope you like this. I hope you support, subscribe, and continue to stand up and call out the absolute the irresponsible regime that the Trump administration are doing. So we must continue this, and we have to be united, no matter if you're on the right or the left. No matter if you're Republican or Democrat, or independent, we are all in this together. We are American citizens. We must be together. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.